Panama Canal is an artificial waterway stretching 82 kilometers. It cuts through Panama and connects to the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific. And this is probably one of the largest and the most difficult engineering projects undertaken in the last 100 years. This maritime tradeway was built to reduce the ship's traveling time between the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans. The canal operates around the clock, and approximately 40 ships pass through every day and generates billions of dollars in revenue every year. This tour boat will be cruising through the lower part of the canal near the Pacific Ocean and will pass through the Miraflor locks. The lock chambers will then raise the boat to travel towards the Atlantic Ocean. This is the Bridge of the Americas, which was built in 1962. And this road link connects to the North and the South American landmasses.
Everybody, let's give a hand to our pilot. Welcome aboard. Un aplauso para nuestro plático. Bienvenido.
The canal pilot entered into the ship will now take charge of the bridge. He will be in command and will steer the ship through the narrow strips of our journey through the locks. A canal lock is a device to raise or lower the ships, and this is done by filling water into a closed chamber. The ship inside the chamber will be raised or lowered depending on the direction it would travel. The Gatun and the Miraflor lakes are the main water sources on the Pacific side throughout the year for operating the chambers in the Miraflor locks. These mule trains that run on the side of the canal is to guide through the locks and will ensure a safe passage for the ships. For tourists who are not interested in a boat ride, can sit in this Panama Canal Visitors Lounge and can watch the ships passing through. This is the main building in the Miraflor locks, where they operate the floodgates and the valve controls. Once the ship enters the chamber, it will be secured using the lash ropes to avoid drifting because of the turbulence during the water filling. floodgates will be closed after the ship and the tugboats enter the chamber. The water is filled by gravity, and it is controlled by huge valves in the culverts. During the 85 feet racing of the ship through the lock chambers, each chamber will require 26 million gallons of water to raise the ship to the next level. And each lock chamber is filled within 8 minutes when the valves are opened. Once the ship is raised to the higher level, it will pass through the lock and will continue the journey towards the other side of the ocean. The economy of Panama is driven mainly on the service sectors, and it accounts to nearly 80% of its GDP. And the revenue from Panama Canal is considered a key service sector, along with banking and other services.